Welcome back, my amazing learners. Did you know that there's a special organ in your head that weighs about 3 pounds? And that the average person's short-term memory can hold 7 digits at a time? Guess what? This organ is the brain. And if you want to hear this read aloud about the brain and how fantastic it is, stay tuned. Your fantastic elastic brain. Stretch it, shape it, by JoAnn Deak. What does your brain really do? Does it fill the space between your ears? Well, yes, but your brain can do so much more. Your brain helps you think and remember, and name what you see and what you hear. It lets you move your body and feel both touch and emotions. Your brain does all the things that make you, you. So what is your brain? Is it a muscle? No, the brain is an organ in your body. It is made up of cells and tissue. The brain controls everything you do, everything you think, everything you feel, even everything you dream. The brain has many parts that do all kinds of different jobs. The cerebrum, and you notice in brackets, there's a pronunciation guide there to help you phonetically. Cerebrum. The cerebrum is the largest part of your brain. It helps you think and speak. Now, if you look at the illustration there, children, you will see that the part that is the cerebrum is in blue, but that doesn't mean that in your head, your brain has a blue part in real life. Then the next part of the brain is the cerebellum. The cerebellum is a small part at the back of the brain that helps your muscles to coordinate your movement and your balance so that you can walk, ride a bike, or play tag, or even dance. Jamaicans are famous for dancing, so I figure that their cerebellum is very much developed. We have the prefrontal cortex, the PFC for short. This is a part of your brain behind your forehead. It tells you to make plans and decisions. Then we have the hippocampus. The hippocampus is at the center of your brain. It works like a file cabinet to help you store and find memories. The amygdala is a tightly packed group of cells deep within the center of the brain that controls your emotions. Let's pause for a moment and look at some of the emotions here on screen. Excited, angry, embarrassed, frightened, sad, happy. My favorite emotion is feeling happy, but we aren't happy all the time. Sometimes we feel other emotions, okay? Now you can explore some other emotions that aren't listed here. You can even draw them and think about how you really feel and name those emotions. Then another part of the brain now that is all over are neurons. Neurons are everywhere in your brain. They are tiny brain cells, all right? So when you were born, you were very little. Your brain was small and not so strong. As you get older, your body grows and gets stronger. As part of your body, your brain grows and learns to do new things. And you make your brain do even more. Your brain grows very fast during the first 10 years of your life. This is the magic decade when you can help your brain grow faster and be more powerful. Just like lifting weights helps your muscles get stronger, learning new things strengthens your brain. You can give your brain a good workout by trying to learn many different things. Now, children, This is not to say that you can't continue learning past that magic decade, but it's just that that's a very important time in your development as a child. Also, some of you might even hear your parents and teachers talk about the first 1,000 days when you're a little itty bitty child still in kindergarten. Those time periods are also very important for your development. Like elastic bands that stretch when you pull them, even things that are hard at first or that you don't like to do or that you don't do very well get easier when you keep trying. And that applies even for big people too. I've been learning so much, but the more I try and the more I practice, the easier it will become because I keep on trying. And I know that you will learn the same thing and practice the same thing too. Especially now, when many of you are going up into a new grade, you need to remember that even when you don't do something well, you can learn from your mistakes, you can keep on trying, and guess what? You will get better. Now, here is an example. It says, think about the first time you played soccer. Many of us just call it football. You probably couldn't kick the ball far or make many goals. But as you kept going to practices, you learned more about the rules of the game and followed your coach's directions. And that's important, children. Especially now as you are developing, you need to learn how to follow directions. The muscles in your legs and feet got stronger. Your movements were more coordinated and you could run farther and faster. Learning more and practicing what you learned let you play better and have more fun. Practice really does make perfect, or at least it makes you better. Now, my students, they know that practicing things like their times table, 2 times 2 is 4, and so on, after a while, it becomes like second nature to them. So when they're doing other things like fractions, equations, decimals, all of this knowledge from before about how to multiply, it just comes so easily. But if you don't practice, it will stay hard for you. All right? Now, this example, it applies to so many other things. Even when you make a mistake while you're learning something new, you are still training your brain. You will remember that mistake and try something else until you get it right. Making mistakes is one of the best ways your brain learns and grows. If you aren't willing to risk being wrong, you won't take the chances that stretch your elastic brain. You can stretch that part of your brain that controls your feelings too. If you're frightened about taking a risk, like learning to swim, finding the courage to put your face in the water stretches your amygdala. It will remind you that you overcame your fear. It's like me. I've been thinking about YouTube for years and years and years. When the pandemic just started, I would do custom videos individually for children until eventually I said, no, I can't keep up. I need to do a YouTube channel and just give it to all of my students and they will go there. And then all the little confidential instructions and tutorials, those I will make individual videos and send it to parents in WhatsApp. But for YouTube, it is stretching my brain. It is helping me to learn, and I have made mistakes, and I'm sure that as long as I don't make the same mistake over and over, I will continue learning. What about you? What is something that stretched your brain? Something that frightened you, and you're learning from it, and you're overcoming your fear? You can comment below with your example. So you'll be braver the next time something scares you. All right? Learning something new causes the brain to grow more connections among the neurons. With more connections, the neurons can send and receive more messages. These connections help to stretch a part of your brain and make it more elastic so that it can hold more information and more ideas, and you will learn and apply what you learn and use it to make your life better and to grow to your full potential. Let's continue reading. How does the brain stretch and grow? Neuro means that the word it is a part of has something to do with the brain. A sculptor molds and shapes or carves things out of clay or wood or stone. So you shape your brain when you make it bigger by adding new things you know and can do. You are a neurosculptor. When you learn something new, you're building on what you have already learned. In the same way that the muscles in your body work together when you want to lift a heavy object or kick a ball, the different parts of your brain work together when you are learning something new. All right? So you're going to go through all of those things and think about it. The brain that makes you really is an amazing organ. It controls what you think, do, feel, and remember. Your brain is growing very fast during the first 10 years of life. And now we know that you can help it grow. When you try hard to learn something new, connections grow from neurons and attach to other neurons. Then your brain can send messages faster, making part of your brain bigger and stronger. Making mistakes really helps you learn because your brain keeps trying new things and stretching until you figure out the answer to your problem. You are shaping a more elastic brain when you learn new things that build on what you already know. The more different kinds of things you learn and think about, the more you can learn, know, and enjoy. The harder you try without giving up, the more you will learn. You really can train your brain to be fit and strong and to keep stretching and growing throughout your whole life. Okay, so that book was about your fantastic elastic brain that's right here inside your skull. I hope you enjoyed it. I know that this read aloud wasn't your usual story, but I really need more of you students to read and to learn from nonfiction books. So if you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up, comment, share it with your friends, and remember to subscribe. I will see you in the next video. For now, bye-bye.